Hi guys, my name is Lucia and today I will be giving you my 3-month update for my makeup no-buy. I can't believe it's been 3 months. I just counted just now before I sat down to film and I was like, really? It's been 3 months already? That's crazy. I will link my last update down below in case you're wondering kind of where I was last time compared to this time. I did not set a time for the end date of this no-buy. I started it on Thanksgiving and I just said I'm gonna go for as long as I feel comfortable. So up until a couple days ago, I had not purchased anything, but this is a replacement only no-buy. So if I run out of something that I consider to be a staple in my collection, I am allowed to replace it. And I just ran out of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I have had this for over a year. It's been maybe a year and 3 months. This is the only foundation I have owned in that over a year time period. This has lasted me forever. And you guys will know if you watch my channel that I really like this. However, I do not have the primer right now that goes with this. I have ridiculously dry skin and this is a matte primer, but I would use the Becca First Light primer, the purple one, with an oil on top of it. I would use 2 pumps of that primer and an oil so my face would be really dewy, and then I would use this mattifying foundation and it would look amazing. I don't necessarily want to have a matte face, but the combination of those two looked really good. I finished that primer maybe a month or 2 ago and this just hasn't been the same since. My primer that I own right now is the Laura Mercier foundation primer in Radiance, and it's just not dewy enough for this foundation. And when I tried to mix an oil with this, it pilled up. So I didn't even know that could happen, but apparently when you put an oil on your face, you need to have a primer that has oil in it. So I've actually just been using this with a ton of oil and not this primer because it isn't glowy enough. But that kind of made me realize that going forward, unless I have that incredibly dewy primer, I don't necessarily want a matte foundation. And even if I have that dewy primer, my skin is so dry right now that matte isn't necessarily the best for it. I still really enjoy this foundation. I still like the way it looks, but I got to go online and I got to make a purchase. This is from Ulta. I haven't opened it yet, so we can open it together. I am so excited. I obviously have not purchased any makeup in 3 months, and I did not get any makeup for the holidays, so this feels really exciting. Also, the last time I purchased a foundation was when I purchased the Fenty Beauty foundation, so it has been a long time. I have not tried a new foundation in a while. The Fenty foundation is the foundation that got me into foundation. Before this Fenty one, I didn't wear foundation, and then when I bought this, I started wearing it every day. So since I started wearing it regularly, I haven't tried anything else but this. So let's cut to the chase. Let me open this box and show you what I picked. Here it is. That was a lot of packaging to get through. Ba-ba-da-ba! I picked the Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation in the shade LC1. Here it is. Obviously, I have not swatched this or anything. I just opened this. I am so excited. I have heard so many good things about this foundation. The shade range was a little confusing. I am more cool toned, so I picked LC1 because C is cool toned, and they don't have a great shade selection, so I picked the very fairest one. The bottle feels heavy, it's glass, it feels nice quality. This was $13 and I paid for shipping. Shipping was $6. I had a gift card, so technically I didn't spend any money because I had a gift card from the holidays that I used, and I still have $30 left on that gift card, but I'm still counting it. I told myself I wasn't allowed to spend my gift cards on things that weren't replacements. I am so excited. It feels so exciting to hold something new, and that's another thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit later, but first I'll just finish up talking about this. So the only thing that was maybe a little hard about buying this was, this is the only thing I purchased from the Ulta website. I am totally fine paying for shipping. I kind of got over that last year when I paid for shipping for the Becca primer that I got. I only ordered that and I paid for the shipping. But what still seemed to get me was they had the $3.50 off a $15 purchase coupon. Obviously, this is $13. So I was like, if I just spend $2 more, I'll technically be saving money, which is the mindset they want you to have. They want you to put something in your cart and go, oh, I'll just spend a couple more dollars, but there's nothing else that I want, and I'm on a no-buy. So even if there was something I wanted, I couldn't buy it, but let's pretend I wasn't on a no-buy. I don't want anything else. This is the only thing that I want. And so me searching the website for a cheap, maybe blush or something in order to just get that coupon, that's not smart. It's not worth the $2 I would save for a whole new product coming into my life that I didn't even want. And it was interesting to see that after all this time, and this is my third no-buy that I've done, and all the project panning and decluttering and all this stuff, I still was got by that coupon. That coupon still got me. I didn't fall for it, but I still looked at it and I was like, huh, should I be using this? I still paused and took a second to think about that. So I'm really excited. I'll be updating you guys in my Shop My Stash. Should we just swatch it right now? It has the doe foot applicator. Ooh, so fun. I just did 2 light swatches of the Fenty and the Pro Filter next to each other. I was able to take the cap off of the Fenty and scrape some from the wand, which by the way is what I have been doing. I ran out of that foundation like a week ago. It stopped being able to pump, but I've been scraping the sides. This is the Fenty and this is the Healthy Mix, so it does look a bit different, but hopefully it will work on my skin tone. Again, I will let you guys know that. And I'm excited to try it with the Mercier primer. Ooh, it feels so exciting to hold something new, and that's what I wanted to talk about. I made a whole video about fantasizing the no-buy and the rush that you get from buying things. I'm gonna link that down below because I really don't want to repeat myself in this video. Something that I have been finding is that I have become a little bit bored. When I was in the height of my makeup addiction, makeup consumed most of my thoughts. It wasn't just when I would sit down to do my makeup or when I was sitting at my desk and I was looking at my makeup and thinking, oh, I love this stuff, it's so pretty. It was all the time. It was when I was at school, when I was on the bus, anytime I was thinking about what I wanted next, and I have really moved away from that. I think about makeup when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm filming, and when I'm at my desk. A lot of times I just like to look at my makeup. I like to open things and stare at them because they're so beautiful, but I don't think about makeup all the time. When I'm at the dining hall, when I'm in class, I'm not thinking about makeup, and I think that that's a good thing. Makeup isn't my whole life. I am a full-time student with a ton of extracurriculars, and obviously I have my channel and I put so much time into this, but it's not everything. It's not my everything, and if it was, I would be stuck again in that makeup addiction mindset. But something I've realized is that I miss it. I miss the rush. I miss going out to purchase something and caring about makeup when it's not just either doing my makeup or looking at my makeup. I miss it being more of a constant thing, even though I know that that wasn't good for me and that wasn't healthy. When you cut yourself off from buying makeup, you think about makeup less. At least I do, and it can feel kind of sad, even though the sad part is the fact that you're not getting this big rush from spending money. And if you watch the video that I'm talking about, I talk about how that's not always a good thing to constantly have this rush because we want to get to know our products. But it's just something interesting when I feel bored or I don't know what to do. I'm not going on makeup websites to scroll through and look and see what's new. And some of you might do that. Some of you, you know, if you had a long day at work or you're just bored on a Sunday, you might sit and scroll through Sephora or Ulta, and I don't do that. Partially because I'm on my no-buy, and also partially because that doesn't make me happy anymore. Even when I wasn't on my no-buy, when I would be bored and I would go on Sephora and I would scroll, I'm at a place now, even before this no-buy happened, where I'm not buying things just to buy them. So that feeling isn't the same as 2 years ago when I thought, oh, maybe I'll just buy something, maybe I'll just be spontaneous, whereas now I don't do that. I don't make spontaneous purchases. But it's interesting how you miss that, even though that was such a toxic mindset for me. It's interesting how you miss that rush and you miss that escape, because sometimes I feel like I'm left to deal with reality more, which I am. When you're not shopping as much, and right now I'm really not buying clothes or anything. When I went home for break, I was buying some clothes because I got a lot of gift cards and I was exchanging stuff for Christmas, and my no-buy only includes makeup. So I don't have a spending problem with clothes. I just don't. I enjoy clothes, but I don't buy them all the time, and I don't buy things not in my budget. It wasn't like when I was obsessing over makeup. But right now, since I got to school, so it's been maybe 5 or 6 weeks since the semester started, I really haven't bought anything aside from groceries. And it's just interesting how when you're not shopping, how you have to face reality more, and you have to face maybe the fact that sometimes reality is lonely. That's just how it is. Sometimes life is lonely, and sometimes it's boring. You're not always gonna have that thrill, and when you have that taken away from you, when you know you can have a thrill by spending money, but you're no longer allowed to do that, you realize that you have to sit with the feeling of maybe not having a thrill every day. And another part of that is that if you guys, again, watch my channel, you'll know that I'm going to Europe later in the year for 6 months. So any money that I could even potentially spend on clothes or whatever, I'm really saving for Europe, and that can be tough. It can be tough to say, I'm gonna not have fun shopping right now because in 4 months I'm gonna be in one of the 15 countries that I'm going to, and I'm gonna buy something nice for myself. That's what I've been thinking, but it can almost sometimes feel frustrating. I can be like, no, I want it now. And then I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, I'm saving for a trip. Why do I want to buy something now just to have that thrill? And it's because it's so ingrained in our minds. That's how we are raised. We are raised to constantly want that thrill. And it's been really interesting not being able to have that. Just in terms of makeup, I really haven't been wanting anything. I haven't seen anything that has sparked interest. I was thinking that maybe I would want to buy an eyeshadow palette at some point, but I have actually really been feeling like my eyeshadow palettes are these new things that I've never seen before because I've been wearing way more neutral looks. Not today, I have a pink duochrome eyeshadow on, but just in general, I've been wearing the most neutral looks I've worn in years, and it's pushed me to look at my palettes in a different way because whereas before I might have been only looking at the colorful shadows in my palettes, now I'm looking more at the neutrals, and it almost feels like I have new palettes because I'm using these shades every day now that I either haven't used or I've used a couple times, but not to the amount I am now. Another thing I want to talk about is this lipstick. This is the MAC Whirl lipstick. This is one of my favorite lipsticks, if not my favorite lipstick of all time. It's my perfect nude. It's a cool tone brownie nude, and I have finished the Bullet lipstick. Now, usually when I finish Bullet lipsticks, because I go through a lot of lipstick, I never ever dig it out. And everyone always tells me, Lucia, there's more product in there, but it's really inconvenient to have to carry around Q-tips and be digging stuff out. But when I ran out of this, I first put it in my empties pile and I was like, I'll just use my other lipsticks in my collection, it'll be fine. But without this, there's a big gap. This is the perfect lipstick for any cool toned look that I do, and the only other cool toned lipstick that I have is a pink lipstick, which doesn't go with all the cool toned looks that I do. So I pulled it back out of my empties bag and I was like, all right, I guess I'll start scraping. And it's been so nice. I wanted this lipstick again. I'm on a no buy. I didn't want to purchase it. And so I just started digging out, and there's still so much more product in there, but it's just really thrilling to finish something. You think you finish it, and then you go back and you're like, no, I can still use that. And it's not as bad as I thought it would be to use a Q-tip. I definitely will repurchase this when this is all gone. I have been trying to focus on some other lipsticks because I really only used this for the past couple months, but I do kind of consider this a staple because I only own 7 or 8 lipsticks. If I have one lipstick for a certain category, for example, this is my one brown nude lipstick that goes with cool tone looks, if I run out of that, it's almost like its own category. I don't consider it just to be another lipstick. It's a staple for that purpose. So when I run out of this, I might repurchase it, but I've been trying to do more pink looks because I realized that I have this neutral pink shade. It's from the Colourpop Luxe lipsticks. It's the shade Still Crazy. It's what I am wearing today. And I realized I have this lipstick that is supposedly a more nude or neutral lip, but I haven't been using it because I've only been wearing cool tones. So then I've been trying to wear more pink looks or gold looks to go with this, and it's just reminded me again really about project panning because I'm not technically panning this, but I'm forcing myself to use it, and I really like it, and it's really pretty, and it's just kind of nice to see that happen again, even for someone like me who's been project panning for so long and budgeting for so long, to be in this position where I can't go out and buy something again, and then to think, well, maybe I shouldn't buy that anyway because I have more lipsticks that I need to use that I haven't been using that much. The last thing I want to talk about is Octoly. I made a rule in the intro that I would only request something off of the Octoly website if it was something I had wanted prior to that product being on the website. If you don't know, Octoly is a PR website where beauty influencers can apply for a product that they like, and if they get approved, they get sent to it and they review it on their channel. I saw the Becca new lipsticks in store, and I loved them. They looked so beautiful. I swatched some and I was like, wow, these are so pretty, but obviously I wasn't gonna buy them. And then they came up on the Octoly website, and I thought about it for a month. I did not request one of those lipsticks for an entire month, but I still went back to it a month later, and I was like, this isn't breaking your rule, Lucia. It's something you wanted before it came on Octoly, and you've been thinking about it for a month. Why don't you just order it? So I did. That was something that I really thought about, and it didn't even break my rule. I just was still hesitant to order it even though it followed the rules of the no buy. But that is everything. That is how I've been feeling so far, going strong. I'm planning on continuing this for as long as I feel like. I can't imagine wanting something in the next month or so. I think it'll go on for a bit longer, but obviously I'll let you guys know if anything changes. Let me know if you're on a no buy or a low buy. How is it going? I know so many people are doing the year no buy, and if you are, congratulations. You're 2 months in, going strong, and yeah, just let me know how it's going. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.